Hi, welcome to Making a Better Me, day 222 update. I'm joined on the couch here by Blur, who is not giving me very much room, so I'll sit over here a little bit. So yesterday was Friday, and it's Saturday morning now. I'm late making my videos. I always seem to be on the weekends, but that's okay. I'm earlier than I have been some weekends, so yeah, that's going good. Yesterday was Friday, as I say, pretty normal work day, nothing extraordinary, nothing exciting. Nothing out of the ordinary happening. After work, Tamara and I took Storm for a little walk down to the graveyard on Callback, which is just around the corner from our house. It's a nice little walk for him. It's a good, quiet environment. I talked about this already, I think, a little bit, but it's kind of neat to go down there for him because there's not much activity in the graveyard. He's a bit of a reactive dog. He doesn't really like new people. He doesn't really like other dogs. He gets really worked up about that stuff, and it really takes him a long time to adjust to those things. So on a normal walk, those things are big challenges for him. So going to a place where it's quiet and we can avoid people is really, a bonus, and having it fairly close by is good. I mean, he reacts to traffic, so even getting there can be a challenge, although thankfully it usually isn't a very busy street, and there is usually enough room that we can get off to the side a bit, just to give him a little bit extra space from the cars. So yeah, it was kind of nice. The only big drawback of the graveyard is there tends to be deer in there a lot, and he does react a little bit to the deer. But we do try to keep there. It's quite a hilly graveyard, so as long as I see them, I can usually see them before he can, and we can avoid them and just go around different ways. So we did see some last night, and he did have a little bark at them for a while, but then we went around a different way, and he didn't really see them, and it was nice. Another thing that happened when I was in the graveyard last night, and I know this is terrible, this probably will sound terrible, but I actually discovered my grandmother's grave last night. I probably did know she was buried there, although at the same time I don't feel like I knew. And it's not a thing that I would typically do, is to visit a gravestone. It's just not something that I do, but when I happened to stumble upon it, I was a little surprised, and it was kind of nice to have a little visit, I guess, with her, and we'll probably stop by and say hi more often, since we're going to be traveling around that graveyard more often. And she's buried there with her parents, which probably from the other side I wouldn't have even recognized as being hers because of the different names and stuff like that. There are people I would have never met because they were long gone before I was born. So anyways, so I thought that was kind of neat. After that, I came home and we had a bit of supper, and then Leanne and Jessica and I took Blur here for a little walk in Victoria Park. Now Blur is a little bit better. He likes people, but he doesn't really like other dogs. Although he seems to have a little bit less of a problem with it than Storm does. Typically hard eye is what gets him going. So we had a nice little walk in the park and enjoyed it. We didn't see too many people. He did, I think, react a little bit at one dog or something, or a bicycle maybe. Bicycles moving fast tend to get him going, although slow moving bicycles he seems to be able to handle okay. So anyways, we had a good little walk with him, and got to enjoy our park a bit more. And then after that, when we came home, Leanne and I actually went and picked up some groceries. We actually stopped at Cheese Curds and got another ice cream. Just been enjoying that with this crazy heat we've been having. It's kind of a nice little treat. We just split one, so hopefully it's not too terrible. But we headed up there and got an ice cream, and then we went and picked up groceries and picked up a few things for her brother and his boys who are coming to visit. They're actually arriving today later on, and we'll be picking them up at the airport today. And they'll be staying at his mother's place at Thoris. So yeah, Jonathan, Xavier, and Felix will be here, and they'll be here for a week, and it'll be nice to have them visiting. I'm sure we'll get to see them a bit. And And then after that, we decided to finish watching a movie we had started the night before, and it was called, I think, Boss or The Boss or something. It's with Melissa McCarthy. And I gotta say, I can't recommend that movie. It was not very good at all. Not something I enjoyed really that much. After a while, I thought, well, I've invested this much time into it. I gotta finish it. I kind of wish I hadn't. It just got worse as it went on. It really, just not a good story. Not characters that you really fell in love with in any way. Characters you actually kind of hated. Kind of not a very good movie. Really kind of disappointed with that. Reminded me a little bit of Tammy, which was another one of her movies that I thought was kind of a flop. Just didn't go the way you expected it to go, and just not very lovable characters, I guess. So anyways, that was that, and that was about it for the day. Now the other thing, a couple of things actually that I forgot to mention in videos the last couple of days. This coming weekend, not this weekend starting today, but next weekend, is the AAC Agility Championships in Maxwell, Ontario. And we'd been planning to go, but just due to some circumstances lately, we've decided to pull out of the event. Rather than drive to Ontario, probably 30 hours of driving in total back, each way, back and forth to the event, and spending money on hotels, sitting out in long hot days, because they will be long hot days based on other nationals we've been to. So we decided to say that we are not going to go this year. Blair hasn't really had the very good trialing experiences the last couple of years. He's had to be pulled out of a lot of events partway through because of little injuries and stuff. He tends to go a little bit too hard for himself, I think, and he gets himself sore and tight and hurt. And so he hasn't run much this year. He's only been in 2 trials this year, and one of them he couldn't finish. And although he's had an all clear for training and stuff, we decided we would just sort of keep it a little bit more quiet for him and just do some smaller training and work on some things that we need to work on, and hopefully get score ready, and we'll see what next year brings. So a little disappointed with that, but at the same time, kind of relieved that I don't have to do that drive, and it'll be probably good for our bank account to not have to spend 4 nights in a hotel and on the road and things like that. We probably will spend this week, because I am still on vacation now, just doing some smaller things. We'll probably do some day trips and things like that, and I'm hoping to have lots of videos of the adventures that we take this week. That being said, we are also waiting for a biopsy for Leanne on Monday, and that'll be to check to see if the inflammation that she has in her lymph nodes in her chest is cancerous or something else. And so we're gonna find out about that on Monday. We'll have the biopsy on Monday. We probably won't find out for a few weeks, I'm guessing, but it's a step in the right direction. So and that's another thing that's sort of weighing on us, as well as the condition of Leanne's mom and Jonathan, the boys, being here visiting. We just thought that it might be a good idea to stick around and stay a little close to home this year, and there'll be other agility championships that we can take part in. So yeah, we are planning a few little things this week, but I don't really have all the details yet, so we'll talk about them as we go. I think today Jessica and I and Blair are going to maybe take a little adventure up to Wentworth Falls, and maybe hit a trail around there. There's like Elman's Pond, or there's another trail there, so we may take just a little short, easy adventure today, where we do have a commitment for later on. I was making him uncomfortable. I must have been sitting on his bum. All right. So yeah, so that's about it for today, or for yesterday, and yeah. So as I always say at this point in the video, hit that thumbs up, that like button. It gives me motivation to keep making videos. Leave some comments below. I'd love to hear your comments. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. That's it for today. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.